We've been doing these John boat tournaments for a long time, you know, years, probably 10 years or so, and we've always used these cooler live wells. And there's good ones and bad ones, and there's just things that I want to talk about. A lot of people's fish die. You'll see them die in the summertime because it's hot, and fish are kind of vulnerable when it's real hot, and they're all boxed up for a long time. These tournaments last long. You know, if you catch a big bag of fish early in the day, they're in there all day. It's not tough to keep them alive, but you need to know what to do. And we actually never have any issues, although we did have a few issues this past week. We had a tournament, we caught a big limit, and a couple of the fish, when we let them go, they looked a little rough. So I decided to take, this is what we've been using here, and it's like a 54 cord or something like that. It's old, we've had this for a while. My buddy actually put this one together. But this is a typical one. I've done several like this. You got a little spray bar in here. You know, we've always used these 360 bilge pumps. They work good. They last for a whole season usually or longer. And then you just wire it out to a 12-volt battery. One of your trolling motor batteries usually is what we do. The problem with these, there's a couple problems, and here they are right here. The fish regurgitate stuff all day, the crayfish parts, stuff like that. And what you find yourself doing is digging a hook point up into these holes, you know, or something up into these holes to get the crap out, you know, and it'll clean them out for like, yeah, there you go. You get the point of the hook up there to clean these holes out, and you find yourself having to do this like every 10 minutes. And the other thing, like a fish will the tail hit this thing and it comes off, and that shuts down the oxygen big time. There's no bubbles getting made, so then you got to open the thing up, reach down there, put this thing back on. This happens a lot throughout the course of the day. And the other issue is, like I said, we caught a big limit the other day. It was super hot outside, and you get, you know, these tournaments are a 6 fish limit, so you put 6 pretty good fish in there, and it's tight. All right, so what I've decided to go with now is an Igloo. It's like 100 quart, so twice as big, almost twice as big, cooler, really good quality, really good insulation. You know, this one's brand new. Just took it to the beach for a couple days, but haven't used it as a live well yet. And I've got a new aeration system, which I'll show you in a second. And this one cool thing is this one has a little lid that you can just open up. You could throw fish in that way, just check on them. But it saves you from having to open the whole lid up and maybe one jumps out or something like that. So this is kind of cool. So this aerator is called the Super Saver by Marine Metal Products. Here's the box. Got that dude, he just busted looks like a 5-pounder right there. I'll show you the differences here. This one I think is going to be a little bit better. I'll show you why. Okay, so this one comes with suction cups. It's got a little, you see in there, this little little sponge to kind of filter. That's where the intake is, obviously, but the sponge will kind of filter some of those crayfish parts out. I'm just going to put it on the bottom for now, but suction it to the bottom, and then this will come up to where the spray bar is, and those you just screw onto these things, I guess. So these just clip onto there. Just gonna put it right here for now. Suction right on, and then the hose comes up to right here. So you're getting your air, or your all right. So there it's on. And when this thing gets clogged up, it'll still get clogged up the way it is, but when it does, you just pop it off of there, hang it over the side of the boat, take this cap off, and all those crayfish parts will just flow right out. I think that's a huge improvement. That way you start fresh and put it back in. And like I was saying, this one has this little creeper door where you can just maybe do that from here. You can put fish in this way, you know, look in it, check on your fish every now and then, make sure nobody's floating. It's a lot bigger, better insulation. It's going to be a better system. You know, there's a few things that you really need to kind of focus on, and that's let the aerator run pretty much all day. You know, check on your fish every now and then. Make sure this thing's connected. Make sure these are clear, blowing water out of them, making bubbles. Don't be in there grabbing the fish, pulling them out, looking at them. The less you handle the fish, the better off they'll be. And then the last two things, you want to keep the water cool using ice, not actual ice from your ice maker, but freeze bottles, you know, big bottles. These little bottles don't work. They melt right away. You know, you're trying to cool down a big thing of water. Use gallon jugs. Just freeze 3 of them well in advance of your tournament day or whatever day in the water, and put one in the morning, one in later, midday or so, and then one in the afternoon. And the water's going to be cold, and the fish will be in a lot better shape when it's cold. And then also using the chemical Please Release Me, or Please Release, whatever it's called. You can find that at Bass Pro or anywhere online. Just like a cap full of that stuff in the morning is all you need, and it chills them out. It seems to really help keep them alive. You know, whatever it does, it seems to work. So this is some easy, simple stuff to think about when you're trying to keep some fish alive. It doesn't take much, and it's worth it to do that for the fish that you're trying to weigh in and release, and hopefully catch another day when they're bigger. You know, so take care of your fish. All right, thanks a lot for watching.